On the other side, we all know NBN's just scrimming their testicles off.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's gained like 30 pounds just bench pressing with Nick in between maps. I mean,
I'll fucking kill you.
it's just like they're putting in a lot of work.
You live together, you game together, you sleep
You
together.
know,
It's a vicious cycle here.
yes.
All right, well, map number 3 is gonna be King of the Hill on Drydock. So, very interesting to see. You know, the first 3 game types all are gonna be King of the Hills. Vero, is there any rhyme or reason to that? Is King of the Hill just better than Execution these days?
I mean, I guess so. I guess these teams are like, let's just get all the King of the Hills out of the
The next
way.
time, say,
Honestly, I
yes,
think this is a typical case of Atmoitis, where Atmo's just gonna throw all the King of the Hills so they can make a 6-0 comeback. That's just me.
Atmoitis, man, that is very
He
scary.
just likes to make a club with Atmo.
And he just likes to remind people just how awesome he is in every way, shape, and form. All just tragedy has commenced on this first initial hill. 2 ink grenades, multiple smoke grenades, shotgun fights left and right. Prison is gonna active reload lancer, both flames and J-Robes. Oh my god, I can only imagine the rage that is going on right now in their Astro 840s or whatever it is they use. But nonetheless, in case you aren't familiar with Drydock, we have ink grenades, we have frag grenades spawning under the bridge, we have a torque bow, and sometimes we see the one-shot. But this first hill is really the most important one of the entire game. Vero, why is that?
It's just, it could really dictate, if you get like, let's just say 30 or 40 points, you have the, I guess you could say the privilege of, losing 10 or 20 seconds here, 5 seconds here, 8 seconds here. Whereas if you go down 40 to nothing, 50 to nothing, you don't have that same liberty. You can't just walk around and say, oh, we're gonna give up a couple points here, because all of a sudden you're down 90 points. So getting that initial lead, not only does it give you momentum and sometimes even map control, it gives you, you just can breathe, relax, the game's not out of your reach yet. And, the Infinity realizes this, and they actually rebuttal with this hill, and they're going to probably get about 30 points out of this, because the Insanes look like they're backing off. Smartly, of course.
Yeah, definitely the right maneuver there. Now, normally routine we see this first hill, you make 1 or 2 stabs at it max when the other team has control, and then you just get the hell out of dodge and you set up for the next hill. You basically turn it into a mid-round execution, and you're just fighting for map control at this point. But very interesting to see Infinity be able to take over that hill with just a handful of smokes and just great shotgun play. I feel like a team like the Insane should have been aware of where, Infinity was going to be pushing from.
Yeah, most definitely. So I guess either the Insanes with a mental flaw or just Infinity really stepping it up, as they're going to go up 42 to 18 and counting. And right now they have almost the ideal setup for this hill. They need to get control of that security trailer so they can block out that Tiki hill. They're not able to do that right now, but if they can move in, it will be an ideal setup. Wasted nades coming out there as Ribs is going to clean up Wildy, who pushed in a little bit reckless.
Flames and Atmo now are going to be over at the one-shot. Atmo getting that quick spawn. Z-Killa is going to frantically try to get a hell break. He is unable to do so, and he is going to be taken out. So now we have Killa just sitting in the security trailer that you were just talking about, throws a smoke grenade, trying to get his way in there, and he is going to be pushing in there, but he's taking so much fire from so many different angles, but luckily he will be able to get the break. But really, Infinity is just steamrolling at this point. All members of the Insanes will be spawning over towards the Tiki because of Prison's influence. Actually, correction, they will actually be getting a one-shot spawn as well because of Wildy. So now they are just going to give up on this hill entirely and hope to God they can start racking up some points in this next one.
Yep, so the tables have definitely turned as Infinity is overpowering the Insanes right now, and this is, kind of what you like to see, showing some life, going up 96 to 18. Maybe that was our last 2 games, just a wake-up call that Infinity need. And they're already back to the next hill. Terra gonna revive him, take out Killa, and this is where Infinity just starts that train that you can't stop.
Yeah, this is not looking good. They are going to be up 100 to 18, and it is just going to continue to count. Terra now very wisely is going to run into the back here and try to pinch the members of the Insanes from getting the spawn. He was unable to block it, so unfortunately he will have to deal with them spawning all in this area. But unfortunately for the members of the Insanes, Infinity was aware of this, and they have now trapped them. So this is just, they have to make a very frantic push at this.
Yep, right now it is just 128 to 18. I'm really trying to look around the map to see, any slight advantages the Insanes may have to kind of like overtake this, but right now they're kind of just all spread out. fighting separate 1v1s and really just not too sure. I guess they're gonna just try to salvage this Tiki Hill right now for the full 70 seconds. Looks like they're setting up for that.
Well, we are not sure where it's going to be moving to. They hope it's over there because of it. I mean, even if it is blue crate, they won't be in the worst position. But really, Infinity just has so many angles covered with these, with their positioning. There's so much Lancer fire on every single member of the Insanes at any given time. And the hill will be moving to the blue crate. So Killa is going to be in a position for it, but he has to be wary of the Infinity push here. But unfortunately, Flames is going to be taken out, and he was in the best position, so they may actually be able to claw their way back into this one.
Yep, most definitely. And so here we go for Insanes. Let's see if they can really salvage this off. As that they thought it was going to be on Tiki, it was actually on the blue box, and Riv's is actually going to stick Z-Killer with that torque. So that's unfortunate right there. Flame's going to move in with Terror, so that slight advantage that the Insanes might have just had, it's kind of dwindling down.
Yep, Atmo was taken out back at that pier spawn. I was trying to remember what it was called. It's been so long. You know? And I was like, is that the pier or the cargo? What is it? But nonetheless, so Atmo's going to be taken out. He is going to be coming off the respawn. Z-Killer now taken out for the members of the Insanes. I mean, it seems as though the Insanes are trying to work through this pier spawn. Now, is that where you are trying to get an initial push from here, or what?
You kind of want to sandwich this, some down the steps and some through the pier spawn, but the first place you got to break is the pier spawn so you can move to that garage freely, or at least just cross from the bottom of the ramp. So it's definitely not the worst place to push because you can't blindly push down those steps because of the stopping power in this game.
Yeah, well, Atmo just doing that, getting that stopping power here. He is just rounding the corner. He's going to help his buddy Terra here. Down goes Z-Killa, and Terra will be able to stay alive. Atmo turning around, throwing heavy fire down on Killa. Killa will be dropped to his knees and cleaned up. Great job by Infinity. They are just 10 points away from winning this King of the Hill Drydock. This is going to be their first map win, and they've just kicked the living shit out of the Insanes on it. Keep in mind, the Insanes, I do believe, have picked this map, and that was on their host. So good job by Infinity getting in there, bouncing back, cutting the lead by only one map now, and now they come back to their host. So that is a very, very big win for them.
Yeah, so I mean, what else can you expect, really? Did you really think Infinity was going to get, beaten that easy? I mean,